Welcome Year 7 to our latest flipped classroom video. Today what we're going to be doing is files and filing. So that's a type of hand tool that we'll be using to construct our CO2 car. What this presentation is going to concentrate on mostly is the actual files themselves, and in class I will do a quick demonstration on how to use a file. So you might ask, what is a file? So a file is a metalworking, woodworking and plastic working tool used to cut fine amounts of material from a workpiece. So in this case, your piece of timber for your CO2 car. It most commonly refers to the hand tool style, which takes the form of a steel bar with a case of hardened surface and a series of sharp, parallel teeth. So the grooves on the file themselves are called teeth, and in the images later on in the presentation, I'll show you what those teeth look like. Okay, and most files have a narrow pointed tang at one end to which the file can be fitted, the handle can be fitted. So I'll show you what the tang is as well. Okay, so there are different categories of files. And now this image is straight out of your folio that you're working on in class. So you can actually have a look at this and refer back to this within your folio. But they're categorized according to their shape and teeth. Okay, so the more common shapes of files are the half round, which is this one here, the flat, which is this one, the round, the 3 square or the triangle file, and the 4 square or just the straight square file. Okay. Now the size and shape of the teeth will dictate the grade of the file. There are 3 grades: smooth, second cut, and bastard. And yes, the term is called bastard, and I don't want to hear anyone in class giggling about that. Okay, that's the term that we've been dealt with. That's what it is. Now hopefully we can all move past that. And as you can see here, the smooth file has really fine and really close teeth here. And the reason for that is you're only taking off little bits of material off at a time. And here you can see this flat second cut has the same as your flat smooth, but then has your teeth going over the top. And what that does is it helps to take off just a little bit more than the smooth file. Then your flat bastard file, you can see the teeth are really far apart compared to the other two, and what that allows it to do is take off lots of material at once. So the bastard file, that's the file that you would use first when trying to take off your material. Its shaft is very coarse and has jagged edges so that it rips the material off in large chunks. So as you can see, it's really coarse. Okay, it's going to take off lots of material as you use it. And here, this section here is the tang that I spoke about earlier. Now the tang is where you fit the plastic handle onto it, or the wooden handle, okay, to make it easier for you to grab onto. But as you can see, the file here has really coarse teeth, and you only would use that file when you need to take off lots of amount of material at once. Now the second cut file is used to begin smoothing out your material. Okay, so it still takes off large chunks of material, but not at the same rate as the bastard. Now, as you can see, these are getting less coarse, the teeth. Okay, so what that's doing is it's allowing us to move forward onto the next file, which is our smooth file. And they're used to make your material smooth. So essentially, it's like your sandpaper. When you use sandpaper, you start off on the really coarse stuff and you move all the way to the really smooth ones. Now this is the smoothest file, okay, and they're used when you're trying to create a nice smooth finish, either ready for painting or the step before using sandpaper. So what you can do is you can use a file to get your timber as smooth as possible, but then you can also progress onto sandpaper to get it even smoother. Now a rasp is a different tool altogether. It looks similar to a file, it's got the same shape, it's got the tang at the end here, but as you can see, these teeth here are really jagged and they're not in the same diagonal direction that the files are. Now what the rasp is used for is to take off huge amounts of material, okay, and they're actually used at some point to remove stone as well as timber, metal and plastic. So something that can remove stone has got to be pretty sharp. And I can also demonstrate these to you in class. Now make sure you've taken notes and prepare for your next lesson, okay, where I'll be doing a quick demo and I'll be passing around various amounts of files so you can have a look at. and prepare yourself for using them in your CO2 cars. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you in class. Thanks.